Hey everybody, welcome back to the Overwatch Project. It's April 16th, 2025. I wanted to share some updates to my website and also share some content with you from other YouTubers out there that have made some really interesting videos. Thought I'd try this every now and then and show you what I've been watching on YouTube, and perhaps you haven't seen these videos or channels and you might be interested in them. Also, some of this stuff connects to my superpowers in real life playlist, so I'll add this video to that. I'll show you that in a second. But my website, so I did a little bit of cleanup here, changed the coloring a little bit. Hope you like it. I also rearranged the navigation. Everything's still there. It's got a new addition. You'll see this new section called cognitive dissonance. I thought it should have its own section because it is kind of like the main mind virus and the all the connected cognitive biases that humans suffer from. And as an explanation video, this really shows you what a mental um, rabbit hole that your mind itself, when you're unaware of these things, can make. And this page here isn't too long. It has some videos, a little bit of write up from me, um, and I just wanted to make sure you're aware of it. So the first video here, kind of like a great explanation of the backfire effect, which I don't know why here it says the blackfire effect. That's a misprint. Um, then this great video explaining mental manipulation from the media and other sources, and how psyops work, from a guy who used to be involved in that kind of stuff. And this from that genius of being a well, how should I say it? Idiot that thinks he's a genius, Michael Shermer, atheist, extreme material tard. This is a great video because in this video here, it's another one of those cases where I'm always amazed at where the person explaining the backfire effect and cognitive dissonance use examples that show you that they are using cognitive dissonance and are affected by the backfire effect. And in a follow-up video here, you can watch Michael Shermer get his ass handed to him by a Vedic astrologer. And of course, I'm sure he has not changed his mind about um, what reality is in his material tard ways. So here I wrote, and here is Michael Shermer, big fail when confronted with the results of a proper Vedic astrology reading. Do you think he went home and changed his mind about his cosmology? Probably not. Um, and if you think it can't get any crazier, this is a little bit back and forth with Grok about some of this stuff I think you'll find interesting. Um, so that's that. Now, some videos. There's a channel called Metaphysical, and they put out this really, really interesting video about the Men in Black. Some information I did not know about this phenomena, or these strange individuals, which go way beyond just the movies that, and they talk about the movies in this video, but they did some really great research also. And as far as superpowers, the Metaphysical channel has a whole section and videos that they put up every now and then about humans, superhuman powers, superpowers. And the latest one is from 2 weeks ago, called Real Superpowers Caught on Camera, Firestarter Found in Java. And you can watch that one. There's also this one with the Pyro Kid story, but they have actually a whole playlist on superpowers. So if you go into their playlist section on their channel, everything here, all these tabs that I've opened, I'll link in the description section below so you can check it out for yourself. That is the description section below, not the comment section. And another channel called the Mysteria Archive. This is a really interesting channel, and he did this great thing about reality glitching. I myself have had cases where obviously a lot of people have had Mandela effect type cases where they clearly remember. We all have these common things that we remember that are no longer there, or they have been changed. And one that he mentions here, I think in this one video, is one that I know as a kid growing up. We would go see all the James Bond movies. Moonraker, when I saw it, was a great Bond movie for me. It captivated me as a child, and loved the James Bonds up until the disastrous ending of the last Daniel Craig movie, which was horrible. But apart from that, Roger Moore, when I was growing up as a kid, he was Bond, and Moonraker. There is a scene which the scene doesn't even make any sense the way it is now. You have Jaws, the guy with the metal teeth, and there is a young woman that he likes, and she kind of likes him, and they both smile at each other. And he has these metal jawed teeth, and when she smiles at him, she had braces, which made the scene funny. I distinctly remember it, vividly remember that. I'm not misremembering that. That is a memory, because it was the whole joke. That was what made the scene funny. She no longer has braces. A really weird alteration in the timeline, which I clearly remember, among other ones, but that one really struck a chord because I can distinctly visually remember that scene in the movie. One thing that I'm really good at is picking up stuff in movies and TV shows, um, as I don't seem to be hypnotized by them, but I'm constantly always analyzing what I'm looking at. So the Mysteria Archive channel, I'll link to it below. This guy has a lot of interesting, well done videos from different supernatural and weird cases, and he did a pretty good job. Aeon by Gnostic Radio. Uh, every now and then there's a gem on this channel, and I'm sure if you watch my channel, you're probably aware of this guy. And he had a recent video, how to break free from the Matrix control system. The guy he's interviewing had some really interesting things that I think you'll find resonate well with the stuff that I've been talking about. I don't agree with everything he said. And with a lot of these things, I don't necessarily agree with everything, but that's the whole point of being an individual and not being caught up in a group mind. And we all have to, try to get to the truth, and we're all going to be more right or a little wrong about all these things, including me. We're all, just trying to do our best. So, but this is a really interesting video. I recommend you watch it. And I've been rewatching the Lucifer series on Netflix. I wanted to post this clip because, apart from the humor and some of the, obviously, if you know the Lucifer comics from, was it Vertigo? DC Comics, they clearly altered a lot of things for the show, but in the show, there are some really amazing little truth bombs that they drop in there. This scene here from, I think it's season 3, episode 7, is classic truth dropping in the show, where Lucifer tells this reporter guy who has been obsessed with him. I don't want to give too many spoilers, but he tells the reporter, "Hey, you know what? You nobody's locked in hells, or the reality. You can walk out anytime you like, but people just choose not to. It's very interesting, this little clip here. There's other scenes in the TV show that have that. And I wanted to drop this video here from 1976 because it just shows you that reporters always sucked. This is a reporter in 1976 interviewing the some of the cast of Star Trek: The Original Series, and he clearly is completely freaking clueless about the show. I don't think he ever watched a single episode. He doesn't know anything about Star Trek. It's amazing to watch just how mindless and clueless news tards have always been, and how people today sometimes, well, if the news just was like it used to be, it was always bad. We just didn't have anything to compare it to back then. I thought I'd just drop this in for laughs. And this is a game I've been thinking about playing, Control Ultimate Edition. It's got, the ability to play with superpowers in the video game, telekinesis, levitation, all that stuff. As you know, if you watch Forever Conscious Research channel and his gaming channel, Mark has played this game, and I think I might just get around to playing it. Also, Meld Studio is something I've been looking at. If anybody out there can tell me if this is as good as OBS, or if I should maybe give it a try. I've seen some reviews on it. I'm not really sure if I can trust this software. Looks good on the surface. It's free to use. And any feedback on anybody that knows anything about Meld Studio, besides the typical YouTube videos, which may or may not have some, compensation behind them, let me know. So if you like the content on Overwatch Project, and don't forget to check the website with the new section here and the navigation. This will look differently on mobile. But if you like my videos or my content, please give a like and subscribe to the video my channel, and like the video if you found the information useful. Check out the description section for all these links. Well, mostly all these links. I'm not putting this one in there, but everything here. So check this all out, and thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.